2, 3, 4, 5. How you playing both sides? How I made 1 million, 2 million, multi. How I made 8 figures, 8 million 4 times. And I was underutilized the whole time. It's rigged. I guess they couldn't find a gold mine, you dig? The sheep sleep on me, but the ghost cosign. I stopped thinking about the future, cause we got no time. The world changed. Damn. The world changed. Yeah, I tried and failed. I seen my best friends jail, but betrayal was the real pain. Damn, the world changed. Look, I built walls around the house, networking. All these bloodsuckers, I just hope this networking. Soul searching, broken hearted with my chest hurting. But I was gifted with the best curses. I'm suffocating and my weight keep fluctuating. I showed love, how the you hating? Damn, I'm the greatest, but that's unrelated. I either overstay my welcome or I'm underrated. Lately I've been trying to wake sleepers. The fake woke and the gatekeepers. Too shallow for big fish, I stay deeper. We all gotta meet the same reaper and the same maker, even if we never touch the same paper. Made enough for a surplus quotas, but the money brought us much closer. Used to be silent when they load up. Remember that? Now they sit around and upload them. I swear the world changed. I swear to God the world changed. Used to tell her that you love her, now you can't even remember that girl name. I swear to God the world changed. The world changed.
It's a sweep. What? It's a sweep. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man. Talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweep. Get that boy out of there. We ain't playing no games. We playing for keeps. Yeah. It's a sweep. It's my time, I know Paddock Philippe. They was yapping, I don't hear a peep. Yeah, I step through that spot, I don't creep. Yeah, we ain't on none of that. Can't call it lucky, I give it my all every day of the week. You know what I'm on. I see a crowd at the bottom, ain't with that, I climb to the peak. Don't ride no red, but they know what I'm on, they address me as chief. I be dripping water like a reef, slid off with the bag, but I ain't no thief. It's a sweet, they ain't even have a chance. I've been locked on that cash in a trance. Hit the end zone and do my little dance. Yeah, your chick blowing kisses like lambs. Should go tell your mans. It's a sweet. What? It's a sweet. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man. Talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweet. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweet. Get that boy out of there.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
On the jump. Gravity Lions. Hurt. Right there, hurt.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Here's Richardson to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Felix Anudike-Uzomah, the man to get home for the sack. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now it's Richardson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning. And I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. That's Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker who got in and dropped him to the turf.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Mahomes going to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Fox. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready.
They go play action with Richardson. Oh, and that is incomplete. Alec Pierce, the intended receiver.
And it's second down.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Cowboy 80. Check, Bobcat, check, Bob.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A yard all they need, but it's third down.
Hurt.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Richardson going to move him around.
Go, Reed, go. 60 Eagles.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Again, it's Taylor.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Mustang 19. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Yellow, yellow.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
11 more on that one and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Hey, 57, attack! Right side.
Here's Pacheco once again.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 yards there, just like last play. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? Third level run. First level being the D-line and linebacker. Second level in the secondary, the third. When you block it up well, you make the secondary do all the tackling. That will wear on a defense.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they go to work on a first and goal.
Yellow. Hey, yellow, hey, go gun. Right side.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Hey, Teller. Right side.
Here's Pacheco headed right.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So on fourth down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
Here we go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Off play action. Richardson.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Chris Jones. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
He's going to air one out. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Pacheco is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On 1st down, Richardson. Flush to his right. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Come on, set! On
the draw is Taylor. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Richardson working from the gun.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Here we go. Check.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Go check. Go check. Go.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ready? Buffalo 18.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Viking 18. Ready?
Richardson looking to throw.
Pass incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
On the ready.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Ready.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
From the shotgun, Richardson.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Quick throw completed by Richardson.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Cougar 19.
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it.
They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
From his end zone, Mahomes on 3rd and long. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fox.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half.
The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this 3rd quarter at their own 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
15. Hey, on Sunday.
Now here's Mahomes. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
15. Yellow.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
They need a stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
.33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready, set. Hawk 70. Go.
Richardson to throw off play action. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Let's go.
This
now.
offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready.
Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Come on. Set. Check smash. Ready.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Panther 60. 60 Bobcat. 70 Lions. Cowboy 80.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down.
Now Richardson.
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On first down, Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A big play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Richardson looking to throw this. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
Dodges him at the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Richardson off the play fake.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Yellow.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Attack, attack. Yellow. 57. Attack.
Mahomes now to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
A third quarter action from Kansas City. 2nd down and 10.
15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Juju Brents. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 76 yards.
And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Viking 18.
Play action. Now Richardson.
And now here is another interception.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team, because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
Pacheco gets it again on second down.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
121 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Here's Pacheco.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
A give right side for Pacheco.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Yellow.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll try and run with Pacheco. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. You know what? I know it's 4th down and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead. But don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've been shoved around this entire game, and they're making a nice goal line stand here. It would be fun to see them stop them on 4th down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's like putting whipped cream on broccoli at this point.
So what you're saying is they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to get it, aren't they?
I would. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's Richardson to throw. He sets to fire deep. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Street, go!
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down. An audible here to get a new look. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
Here we go.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And that's on the tackle, Braden Smith. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 146 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Yellow.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hey, Riblin.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10.
Pacheco gets it and tries the left side.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Richardson going to shift things up.
Dragon 60.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he's got this down to the 35.
Let's go now.
And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock.
Come on, set.
One last shot for Richardson. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Kansas City, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile,
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions. Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they test my patience? Hyping all this lame. No one got a brain, they just be liking all the same. Is this what the I'm in on industry games? I'm convinced that nobody is speaking my language. I'm a glittered ass, so listen close when I say this. After every feel stainless. I can make a scene go. everything I wrote gon' smoke, so dangerous. I can make an Einstein feel brainless, but look on the bright side, hope yield changes. I'ma get it started, please give me a pardon, cause this the type of beat that get the whole crowd marching. Time to shut it down, we made the whole town Spartan. I'm from outer space, so all my homegirls Martian. It's about to get critical, this moment is pivotal. Here to feed the streets that say my influence umbilical. We gon' make it grimy, devil get behind me. Told you I'm